Hi, good evening. My name is Tricia Benning. Amazon is the ultimate example of change management within a company. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in 1994, and it quickly evolved into an innovative, forward-thinking international company. Our team will present the 8 stages of change and how it applies to Amazon. Their leadership principles are embraced by every employee, not just those in leadership positions. They pay attention to their competitors, but they obsess about their customers. We will highlight the importance of change management, establishing a sense of urgency, creating coalition, developing vision and strategy, communicating the vision, empowering broad-based action, generating short-term wins, consolidating gains, and producing more change, as well as anchoring new approaches into the future.
Hi, my name is Maria McKinney, and I'm going to be talking about establishing a sense of urgency and the basic steps and tips to building a coalition. John Kotter is a professor at Harvard Business School and the founder of Kotter International. He was named a leadership guru by Bloomberg Business Week in 2001 and was named to be the Thinker 50 in both 2011 and 2013. In addition, Kotter is a New York best-selling author. His books include Leading Change, in which outlines an 8-stage model of change. In this lesson, we will focus on the first steps of Kotter's 8-stage models, which is establishing a sense of urgency. When establishing a sense of urgency, we have to try to change the status quo and push employees to no longer be complacent. We also have to be aware that employees are not gained employees. They are employees that are put into a system that they earn. With creating a guideline for coalition, because there is no employee commitment in helping move the effort forward. With the basic steps and tips to building a coalition, we have to remember that a coalition is powerful. Coalitions are basically a network of organizations that are used by people at work to gather together to achieve a greater goal. We also have to realize that establishing and building a coalition, one must establish basic principles. You have to write up a simple, powerful letter to gain the organization. You have to decide whether you want to accept the individual in the organization as well. One other thing that must be done in building a coalition is to get signers. You have to make a list of possible organizations that might want to sign and the people that might want to sign. You also have to announce that coalition, which means you have to gather a decent-sized group of signatures to put on a press release. You must set up a mailing list to serve for every one of the coalition. You must exchange information and plan events, as well as conference calls that will help in establishing a coalition. This is something that Amazon should use and should already have in place that's going to help the employees when they need to get things done. You have to develop a personal relationship with anyone that's in a coalition so that you can be better engaged with your members. With that said, you have to always remember to do organizational change as well.
My name is Alicia Fuquay, and I will be giving you developing visions and strategies, and also communicating the vision. The first thing we have to do to develop a vision and strategy is to research and evaluate the problem that is at hand. In Amazon, we know that one of the biggest problems is their low employee retention. With us knowing this, we have to shape a vision to help stir the change effort and develop strategic initiative to achieve the vision. We realize that Amazon focuses more towards its products and its prices and less towards its rarely seen employees. Amazon vision is perhaps about scale, automation, and efficiency. The people strategy would be geared towards attracting and retaining the employees that will help to accelerate and improve these key performance and competitive advantage factors. In the last video, we discussed some of the unethical views, and I'm gonna give you a couple of examples to remind you of them so that we can discuss some of the communication and developmental strategies that we can do to improve it. One of the examples was in a meeting, employees were encouraged to tear apart others' ideas. Another one was internal phone directory instructed colleagues on how to send secret feedback to one another's bosses. It was a way of sabotaging others. Another one was employees that suffer from severe illness or being hospitalized was unfairly treated and evaluated and edged off rather than given the opportunity to recover. Now we're going to discuss some of the ways Amazon can develop and communicate strategies to improve employee retention. Amazon can develop an employee system such as employee mailbox to give insight and suggestions on how to improve the scope and the view of Amazon. They can also have the HR team to meet to examine and revise the policies and procedures, establishing and implementing new policies and procedures that will include work-life balance and encourage and support emergency and family leave. That can help the HR department, and it also can help the employees at Amazon to be more successful in their job field.
Hi, my name is Barbrita Higginbotham, and I'm going to talk about empowering broad-based actions and short-term wins by John Carter. Many empowering broad-based actions is necessary. Many changes efforts fail due to insufficient attention to this step, and the results is the stalling of the change efforts at the beginning stage of its implementation. Empowering broad-based actions is critical to the success of any change effort because the ties in an organization to maintain the status quo are very strong. Think about it. Over time, organization procedures, systems, and structures were established to support the status quo. Further reward system, performance measurement, employee performance, and organization skills have all supported the status quo. Give these dynamic senior leadership communication efforts alone are insufficient to make sufficient change lasting in the organization. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about short-term wins. Dr. John Carter describes a short-term success as a milestone or event that the entire team would agree are huge and contributes to the fruition of the change vision. Although this is step 6, celebrating short wins, the process of identification of short-term wins can start simultaneously with step 1, creating a sense of urgency. Short-term wins can progress throughout each phase of change management process. I'm going to finish up with how can short-term wins be celebrated. Communication of short-term wins that are on a track or have met the benchmark in paramount. The delivery of communication can vary. Due to the vast change of incentives, change agents may not realize how much of an impact their daily efforts have on achieving the change vision. This is where communication plays a significant role. There are many communication methods that can be used. However, the communication objective is relatively consistent identification, recognition, and reward. The platform used to carry that message may include email, phone, meeting, and one-on-one communication, office parties, etc. The key is to get out there and know without causing too much of a disruption. In conclusion, it is essential to celebrate short-term wins for many reasons. Celebrating short-term wins help to motivate momentum and continue to change initiative path, decreasing resistance among critics towards the change.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Burke, and I will elaborate on consolidating gain and producing. In companies like Amazon, major changes often take a long time, especially in big organizations like them. Short-term wins are essential to keep the change effort going, but the celebration of those wins can be lethal if urgency is lost. If you let up before the job is done, critical momentum can be lost and regression may follow. Step 8, anchoring new approaches into the culture. The last step of John Carter is a critical activity for making sure that the new changes that the organization has achieved are lasting. As everyone knows who has lived through a merger, changing an organization culture is a long and difficult process. Some feel that the new changes are in place and working, so the effort is done. One of the old sayings that people used to say, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
In conclusion, our team has presented many different ways that Amazon embraces change management based on John Carter's 8 steps of change management. We've talked about establishing the sense of urgency, creating a coalition, developing vision and strategy, communicating the vision, empowering broad-based action, generating short-term wins, consolidating gains and producing more change, and anchoring new approaches into the future. As we know, Amazon as a company since 1994 has taken over e-commerce and e-retailers as they continually and strategically plan and look into the future to develop new products that we as consumers can't live without. Good evening, Dr. Washington. We have completed presenting our 8 steps of change management for Amazon. We hope you've enjoyed the video and the information that we have presented to you this evening. And we have no doubt we're going to go 2 for 2 and win the best video again.